Hi there, Spitfire here with GameMode 5. Today I wanted to talk to you about 7 keys to a good brand. Now, here on YouTube, that's exactly what we as creators are doing. We are creating a brand. Something that our subscribers, our viewers will be able to recognize, pick up on, and identify with. So a lot of these are modified versions of things that marketers use every day. I will be using examples as well as annotations throughout the video to link to more information on this. This will be a series with a few parts. Please also find in the description more information and links to the videos that interest you. The very first thing that I wanted to talk to you about is your creation story. Every channel has a creation story. Why you're doing what you're doing, how it came about. Communicating this to your viewers is very important because it allows them to identify with you. Let them know who you are and how you got to where you're at now. This is something that will most likely evolve over time. For instance, the story that Toby Turner would have used in the first year he was on YouTube is probably not the same story he would tell now. Of course it has very similar elements. At that point he was established, yes, but nowhere near as established as he is now, and many things have happened since then. Using your channel trailer is a good way to start, but you should also keep information on your website, as well as update your videos on your channel from time to time. Maybe in your end cards, link that creation story so that people can catch up and identify with your brand. The second thing that I'd like to talk to you about is your creed. What you stand for, your motto. What is it that you bring to the table? What is it that people can fight for you about, fight with you? What is it that makes people believe in you? Here at GameMode 5, that's simply growth. Education, gaming is a huge creed here at GameMode 5 because that's what we do here. The next thing I'd like to talk to you about are icons. Now, icons are things that people identify with visually, sometimes emotionally. For instance, people can be icons. Iconic leaders, iconic advertisers. For instance, if I say I just saw a commercial with Flow in it, most people will recognize that name and put that with a character from a Progressive commercial. Icons can be many things. The important part is identifying what yours are and utilizing them in such a way that people identify with them even further. Next up, we're going to talk about rituals. Rituals, again, can mean many things. So, for instance, it can be... Most are repeatable actions. Things people can do, things people hear, things that repetition can drive into their brain. So, for instance, at the end of my videos, I always say, till next time, like, subscribe, comments, please. And I start my videos the same way every time. I say, hi there, Spitfire here with GameMode 5. These are things that if they don't happen, people notice. Sacred words. Now this is important. Now, sacred words can be, again, many things, and it depends on how you interpret this and how your fans interpret this. Using an example from pop culture, let's talk about Starbucks. When you go to Starbucks, you don't simply order a large coffee. You order a grande, no fat cap, half love. I don't know the lingo because I'm not a Starbucks fan. But many of you understand that you don't order a large, you order a venti. You don't order a medium, you order a grande. You don't order a small, you order a tall. These are things that help bind communities together because they all share that same understanding. Now, of course, here on YouTube, for instance, PewDiePie yells at barrels. That's a ritual. In my Aether series on my gaming channel, I used to build every map Randy the Super Golem. These are all things that we do ritualistically and involve our audience with. Another great example of this would be Toby Turner. He starts his videos out on his vlogging channel very similarly. Intro of darkness and redness and whiteness. Without that intro, you know something is wrong, and it sets off your sensors. Alright, so the next thing we're going to talk about is your non-believers. Now these are usually, it can be an adversary, it can be a cause you're fighting against or for. Usually these are the people who don't get your brand. For instance, I use Starbucks as an example. Not a huge Starbucks fan because I don't like overpriced coffee. However, simply the fact that I don't get it but I recognize something made me bring them up in this video. Which means having me as an adversary paid off in their benefit. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you about are leaders. Leaders are either the main character or the visionary behind something. Here on GameMode 5, that would be me. On Freedom, that would be George. At Apple, that would be Steve Jobs. These are the people that we identify with. These people can also reinvent themselves in many ways, but also it's important to remember, if you are the leader or main character, and there is any reinventing to be done, it's very important that it stay consistent with your backstory. Or that backstory, that creation story, somehow be updated and continued. Because you as a person, as a creator, and as a leader, you are evolving. I hope that this video has been helpful to you. Please find links in the description to a video about each one of these 7 points and more examples. Till next time, I'm Spitfire with GameMode 5. Like, subscribe, comments please.
Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. It's a very informational video. If you like informational videos, you'll like this.
My goodness, I think I'm gay.